Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it's new.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. Whatever holidays. There's way too many holidays, and they're all together.
Yes.
Yes. Like from like November. Actually, Halloween is okay, but Halloween until like the end of like January. There's just too much going on. And I'm always broke. I'm always broke. I don't know. Maybe people are smarter with their money. Hi everyone. This is the J. Michael Tatum Get to Know Me panel. Whatever. I have to. Shut up. You're not sorry at all. So yes, this is just, I guess it's meet J. Michael Tatum. So hi, I'm J. Michael Tatum. Thanks for coming. I'll see you around. Oh, if only we're that easy. So yeah, we have an hour together. I can't promise that I won't bore you all to tears, but there's some really lovely cosplayers out there. It's basically a Q&A. So you provide the Q, I provide the A. I'm assuming you know what that stands for. If you don't, well then someone ask the person next to you, chances are they know. Couple of rules I like, just because I've done enough of these now and I really enjoy doing them. But I see a pattern in certain things, and so I'm going to ask a couple of favors of all of you to help keep this as interesting as possible for everyone on board. Please do not ask me to come and sign things for you right now, because there's this autograph signing after this, in fact, right after this. So yes, if I jump out there and start signing things, a mosh pit will form, and we don't want to be hurt, and I don't want to be hurt. You know, I'm not like other people. I don't like pain. It hurts me. Also, I really prefer the random questions that inspire long-winded answers. Now, do any of you who've been to my panels before, or who've, you know, had the luxury of watching me on YouTube, of which there are countless videos of me just yammering on about all sorts of stupid things. It's no feat for me to talk for minutes on end about whatever question is asked me, whether I know what I'm talking about or not. But I really like the random stuff. So if you have, just do me the courtesy, if you have watched videos of me answering the questions you want to ask, don't ask that question. Ask a new question. Just because I like to, it keeps me sharp, it keeps things interesting, it keeps things fun. Please don't ask me to call your friend or make a voicemail message for you. It's slow. It halts the panel. We can do that later. I'm happy to do that for you in other places besides the Q&A panel. But in a Q&A panel, I'm up here on the phone for like 5 minutes. Going, yeah. Well, we're getting hold on. They're getting a voicemail, and all of you are like. So that said, who's got a good, nice, random, fun question? I saw that hand go up first in front first. You first.
Where did you get your shoes?
Where did I get my shoes? Or pumas, sorry. I say puma, which is a very old way of saying it. I've said it for years, and puma sounds weird to me. It sounds like a dirty word. Look, I made a puma. But these are pumas, and I like pumas. I haven't had a pair, and I don't know, recently I've been on a clothes shopping binge with a friend of mine who's obsessed with getting me into different clothes. She's kind of like an image consultant, and well, she's mine, certainly. So she dresses people up for a living, and she's like, we're gonna take you shopping. I'm gonna push you outside of your comfort zone, put on the skinny jeans, just shut up, just do it, don't fight me. And we were walking through the mall together doing some Christmas shopping, by which I mean shopping for us. And she saw these yellow shoes, and she's like, Michael. And across a room, on a wall of shoes, I knew exactly the pair of shoes. Because they were glowing like your put them on, I'm like, yes, I must have these shoes. Now, interesting story about me that you may not know. I'm going to do a little, like, Wicked Witch of the East thing for you. I have weird feet. I was born not being able to feel them. It's some kind of neuropathy thing. It's a weird thing. It's not like they're paralyzed. I can still move them, as you can see, but I can't feel them. So I'm used to shoes with a great deal of support, because on my own I tend to be like, you know, I look drunk. And I'm not always drunk. So these shoes I put on, and they're sports shoes, and I don't play a sport because I would be laughably horrible at it. Unless there's a sport where you can just sit down and throw things at other things, and it doesn't matter what you hit. That's not really big in the States, so these shoes are made for people that like to run and kick and jump and do all sorts of wonderfully dramatic things with their bodies, and I don't. And so I put these on, I'm like, oh, that's great, and I spent the first day walking around like a drunk person. Getting used to these shoes because the support is just like, they're made for all sorts of weird maneuvers, and I'm like, whoa, wow. like that weird person who's like walking above lava, you know. Go on and on. They're like, oh, great, Michael, way to really rock those shoes. So that's where those shoes came from, and that's exactly the kind of question I love. So who's got another one of those? You there with your phone up. Oh. You're gonna film me doing something, aren't you? I know it. I just know it. Why do I get on people's phones? You have two questions.
Yes.
Which one do you want to ask? You can ask both. I don't care.
Can you do the Black Butler thing? You know.
I can. That's why I got hired. What do you think?
No, like, can you do it now?
I could. Yes. Which Black Butler thing? There's a lot of things. Well, is that an order?
Yes.
We have to say, Sebastian, I order you to say. That's how this works. You know how this works.
I order you to say.
After all, I'm simply one hand about that. I will never get sick of that happening. I'm going to be like an old senile man in like some hall one day in my 70s or 80s, and I'll be like, well, somebody one hand of a butter. Why aren't you screaming? Second question too, I believe.
Can you do French laugh?
I can do some French laugh. But you, that was Swedish. Je suis dans l'extrémité profonde, I'm speaking French now. You have to tell me a knock-knock joke. It doesn't have to be good, because he's drunk, so anything will make him laugh. So your work is not really cut out for you, but come on, yeah, you're gonna be dance monkey dance, I'm gonna be dance monkey dance to you. Tell me a knock-knock joke. Ask the person next to you.
It's not knock-knock joke, but it might be acceptable.
Go.
Did you hear about the two guys that stole a calendar?
No.
They each got 6 months.
That's good. I'm going to use that someday. I have to explain that to my mother, who won't get it. Well, of course, for 6 months, that seems awfully steep for stealing a calendar. Mom. All right. More questions. You in the second row.
What was the scariest con moment you've ever had?
The scariest con moment I've ever had. Okay, I'm going to preface this with a little weird factoid about my family. My father, who I love dearly, causes horrible things to happen when he travels. It's kind of a gift. Like he is a VP of a company that he's like the safety director VP for. So his job is to go to these plants all over the world. He's traveled all over the world. He's on a plane 40 weeks out of the year. I used to travel with him to Europe all the time when I was a child in the summers, and I did good in school. What was I talking about? Oh, and so it is not infrequent that he will go to a place for the first time, and he has to kind of, train the local plant owners and stuff how to basically get everything up to par so that safety standards are being met and workers' lives won't be lost due to some horrible accident or something. And among that is like planning for horrible things like earthquakes and inclement weather and things of that nature. And almost to prove his point, nature comes with him to go, see? And so he has caused earthquakes, he has caused and seriously, in our family now, when an earthquake happens somewhere, I will call my dad and like, where are you? No, I wasn't anywhere near Haiti. Well, did you point to it on a map? And I have been cursed, blessed, whatever, with this weird X factor that, well, my dad is lucky enough that usually the weather or whatever it is will wait until after he is gone to happen. So it's like, okay, well, good luck, doing this, and he'll leave. Don't you? Me, I guess that part skipped a generation. Like, bad stuff still happens, but it happens while I'm there. And it happens in places where it shouldn't happen. I've been trapped in an airport, like on the con circuit, because I travel all the time as well. On the con circuit, I have been stuck in a snowstorm in, like, North Carolina. Right? That never snows there, by the way, for those of you. I got stuck in an airport for 14 hours because of snow, and they have like one de-icer that's like literally a guy just scraping ice off the plane, like off snowflakes as he does it. And that was uncomfortable. I've had a minor earthquake happen when I was in a meeting somewhere. Of course, it was minor, and I was like, I'd never experienced an earthquake before. It was weird being in a room with a bunch of people that were used to it. Because I thought we should all just run for the hills, like, screaming, running, everywhere. And they're like, oh, what do you think? That's about a 0.2? Yeah, 0.2. I'm like, we're all gonna die! But the scariest, anyway, I say the scariest, it wasn't even the scariest so much for me. It was just probably the most intense experience because everyone else was scared. I was at a convention a couple of years ago in Ohio. Sandusky, Ohio. It's called Colossal Con, and they hold it at this really, really cool resort hotel, indoor water park, petting zoo. It's basically like African safari themed. It is the cheesiest, most glorious thing I've ever seen in my life. I love this place. They have everything you can possibly want there. It's like being stuck in the 1950s idea of an African safari. Like an Elvis song for like the entire weekend. You're just there, inside of an Elvis song for the entire weekend. And it's like 2 stories, but it's huge. And so everything is connected by these series of underground tunnels, much like Disney World, as a matter of fact. Oh, typical. And a tornado hit Sandusky, Ohio, while I was there. And I will never forget this. Wendy Powell, for those of you that know who Wendy Powell is, I'm sure you're FMA fans. She is Envy. And she's like everyone's con mom. If you're at a convention with Wendy Powell, she's going to take care of you. And Wendy Powell, being from Texas, as am I, there's a tornado coming. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. She's calling my room. Tatum, get in the bathtub with me. Over you, there's a tornado coming, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right? It's Sandusky, Ohio. There's no such things as tornadoes here. They won't know what to do. Oh my God. Well, shortly thereafter, you hear storm alarms going off, and they send security through the hallways to knock on doors. This is like 3:30 in the morning, so everyone's like asleep, whatever, it's a con. Everyone's awake. Most people are just waking up, and they escort everyone, like thousands of people, into these basement corridors, which is the safest place to be under the circumstances. And as we're there, like I'm with Aaron Dismuke and Wendy Powell and several other voice actors, and we're kind of walking around, and we're like, oh, it's a tornado. It's like, whatever. We're from Texas, where a tornado happens like every day. Seriously, tornado means you just break out the lawn chairs and we spend the evening on top of our house like captain, like a ship captain, like screaming, you will never save this boat. Bring out the barbecue, I mean, it's just tornadoes, whatever. And so we weren't really scared. We're just like, man, it's going to really suck if the tornado actually hits here because no one here is going to know what to do. So we're kind of trying to go around to all these people. Like, you have to imagine these dark tunnels with like exposed piping. I mean, it looked like the scene, like the refugees in Battlestar Galactica. Like, we're walking, I'm like, this is really trippy. And we're walking through and like trying to tell people, it's okay, it's okay. It's just, it's like an F1, that's nothing. That's like a fart. It's like a fart in an elevator. It's pleasant, but we're gonna live. And so, it was great. And I have to add to the story, like on top of all of that, what I think the funniest thing was that somebody actually came up to a bunch of us and asked for our autograph. This person was in their jammies with like barefoot, and they had like a hotel stationery and a pen. And I'm thinking, this is a person who, in fear of their life, abandons their shoes, their luggage, everything for this dark subterranean corridor in this African-themed safari, thinking that the finger of God is about to do away with all of it. But they had the presence of mind to grab things to write with on the off chance that among these thousands of some odd people here, they might run into us. Actually, we signed. But the next day, people that had no idea what a tornado was or how it works were still like, there were really young people going, I think it's still out, like the sun was out. I hear it's still out there. Like it's something stalking on. Just waiting for cars to come out. There's one. That was really funny, but I haven't had very many scary con moments. I've I've been to cons where scary stuff happens, but I don't scare very easily. So let's see.